Good morning. It is Thursday. I am at work. I am logged on. I am getting my brain in gear. My hair is a bit of a mess. It needs to be washed. But I'm getting my brain in gear for a day of work. I am thinking about goals for the year. In the past, I've done like a yearly cooking goal. The only one I ever really stuck with was 2014. I made a bunch of pies. I made a pie pretty much every week. I at least made 52 pies throughout the year, whether or not it was a couple in a week or, a couple weeks in between them. So I made a pie. So that was a lot of fun to do. I decided the next year to do soup, which I made it about halfway through the year, and I think I did soufflés the next year, and that petered out within 2 months because it turns out Greg and I don't like soufflé. I tried to do cocktails last year, I think, and you would think that one would be easier to do, but that one also petered out. So this year turned into a knitting goal. I was going to do one project per month. I had to finish a project per month, whether it was a whip or a new project that I cast on. I had to do one a month. And obviously with starting the knitting podcast in, I think, May or June, that became really easy because I worked on a lot of projects and I got a lot of things done. So that one actually didn't turn out to be too much of a motivating goal because it kind of became, well, I'm meeting this goal anyway just because of this other thing that I've started. So this year I've decided to change it up as to what I think I'm going to focus on. In doing a lot of knitting this year, I have done hardly any cooking. I actually really enjoy cooking. Obviously with the whole year of pies thing. It's mostly baking, but there was savory pies in there that involves some stovetop cooking. But I have not done hardly any cooking. So I wanted to get back to not just cooking more, but like meal planning and trying out new recipes and things like that. So what I decided to make this year's goal as is something that I grew up doing. I don't know how regularly, honestly. I don't remember how often we did it, but we used to have what we called family council on Sundays. So we would, by we, I mean my parents and my 4 siblings. We'd gather around, we'd pull out the calendar, we'd talk about our week. And it was just a nice regroup every week. And it was always fun as a kid when you had something to bring up in family council. So I talk to my kids every day about, things that are upcoming at bedtime. It's part of our bedtime routine that we talk about. We talk about the rest of the week. So I thought that I would incorporate that into my goal to start holding a family council every week. So it'll be things like planning the meals for the week, letting Eric decide which days for school lunch he wants to pack and which days he wants to buy, figuring out our schedule, what we're doing. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So today is Thursday, as I mentioned. So we've decided that tonight, because of all of the busyness that's coming up, tonight's going to be our first family council. Obviously, I'm a bit early, but, we've got a lot to make sure that we're on track for with the holidays. So anyway, so that's going to be my yearly goal this year, is just the establishing the family council, and as part of that, meal planning so that I can try recipes again and cook for my family and enjoy this hobby that I don't get to do very much anymore. I think that was all I was going to talk about. Right, and today I'm going to be finishing this sucker. I have toe decreases left to do. This is still where it was at last night. I haven't worked on it again yet, but I've got a couple meetings coming up later this afternoon, and I've got my lunch break. So this is getting done. Then I'm doing the crochet chains, I'm doing the pom-poms, and I'm doing the sequin trees so that this is ready to deliver by tomorrow night. This and it's two fellows, all three of them. So this is the hat that I'm giving my brother for Christmas. I don't know how much hand knit stuff he has, but my guess is not much. So, I went on Etsy and found a shop called Remember When that makes these little care tags. So I am going to attach this to the hat on the inside and hope that he takes care of it. Conference call right now, but I'm on mute because they don't need me yet. But this is definitely the first time I have ever done this crochet chain correctly for these stockings, because it looks way different than it has in the past. And I don't think I crocheted much before. So it looks really nice though. It's kind of like almost like a crochet version of an I-cord. It won't focus, but anyway, I'm super slow though. I am just the world's slowest crocheter, especially when it's just into one tiny chain. So anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I just had a 3-hour block of meetings, so I got a lot of stuff done. I've got pom-poms that are made and just need to be trimmed. I've got one of the crochet cords done, so I've got 2 more of these to make, and then attach the pom-poms, and then just the sequin trees. So I should be able to do that tonight, and if I can finish them tonight, and I'm a full 24 hours ahead of schedule, which is unheard of because I have been known to knit and sew on extras on a stocking on Christmas Eve. So I'm doing quite well. All right, I was a bit optimistic earlier, which is not overly surprising. I kind of forgot that we have a ton of Christmas presents that we had to wrap, which are now wrapped. But it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have not done sequin trees, and I have one cord left to crochet. So I'm gonna stay up and do as much as I can because these have to be done tomorrow, and I have a busy work day tomorrow, and we're going straight to my sister's house after work to do our Very Perry Christmas. So yeah, I just don't have a lot of time tomorrow. So I'm gonna do what I can, and then go to bed.